All right, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it happens to be, whatever part of the galaxy you're in. Hope you're making it a great day. Trying to make it a great day over here. It's going to take a lot to make it a great day, though, because we got some trouble in Grand Arena on this Loquitur account. I took 3 in a row losses when I was on vacation. And then I lost this last round. I thought I had chances of winning it, but yeah, my Kenobi didn't hold, so yeah, he took out my Kenobi, so he pretty much walked through my teams. Couldn't get the Executor down, but yeah, he cleared everything else, and then I left two teams here on the back wall because I didn't have anything left to clean up this Sith Triumvirate team back here. So yeah, I lost by 50 points. That's 4 losses in a row. That puts my Grand Arena skill rating at 2880. And I've got like 100 points to climb back up. So that means pretty much I can't get, I can only get 1 loss in the next 5 games, I think. I got to win 4 out of the next 5 games to stay in Kyber 4. So, got our work cut out for us. I don't know if we'll be able to get it done, but certainly going to give it a try. Have a look at that stuff today. TK's in the house, says, let's go. Love Machine 808 says, greetings, DL. He says, got a morning dad joke to start. Arva's in the house. Hey, Arva. David Druttro's here. Time to rise and grind. Good evening from Austria. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? I don't know. Who's even in the Super Bowl? Eagles, is it? Super Bowl 2023. Eagles and the Chiefs. Yeah, let's see. Who's going to win? Eagles. There you go. Done. In other words, I have no idea, but I'll take a guess, and we'll see who wins. TK thinks it's Kansas City. Love Machine says Eagles. All right. Adam says, how's it going? Storm Pooper says, hi, Inquisitors. All right. So, do you guys have any questions for me today? I didn't really prepare anything to talk about. I was working on some arena stuff and trying to record some executor battles and things like that for future work. Got fleet arena placement to work on, so I'm just going to start clicking some buttons and working on my fleet arena placement, and you guys can let me know if you got anything you want to talk about, any questions you want to ask. A lot of discussion over on the Discord going on about the Jabba journey. With the changes to the road ahead and the idea that, I mean, obviously there's a lot of teams that will work for the Crate Dragon. But it's, it's implied that among the teams that are going to work, the GL team is probably going to perform the best. So it really makes Jabba look like, the journey to do right now. So a lot of people asking questions, haven't really prepared their Rebel Officer Leia Organa or Hermit and Wampa, and trying to figure out how to get that stuff done. So if you haven't even started on that stuff, then Jabba is a long way away. He's really a long way away. But not undoable. There are some shortcuts that we've talked about a little bit before on the channel. There's a pack that costs some money. There's a pack that costs some crystals that you can try to get ahead on those guys if you don't have much of it at all. The worst case for Hermit and Wampa is if you've built one of them and not the other at all. So if you finished your Hermit Yoda, for example, and you haven't even started on Wampa, then the packs aren't that good because the crystal pack at least has a lot of random It gives you a random character. So if you've got one of them completed, you could, 1 in 4 chance, just get something that you already have, which is pretty annoying. But if you still need both of those characters, that pack's not a bad deal. Then once you figure out what you get from the packs, that helps inform you on what you need to buy with your Get 1. You speed things up a little bit. Alright, let's see. Let's hide him. We'll get the ult now on the next capital ship turn, so it shouldn't be a problem to win this. Just a matter of time. Alright, same thing over on TCO. Let's go take a look. We've been working our way up with that CLS team. We're back in the top 100 for literally just doing one a day. I'm not even trying. But I do one battle a day and I keep moving up in Squad Arena and nobody pushes me back down overnight. So we've risen back into the top 100 now. Did you see that 1999 pack? Gives you a full gear 12 plus piece. Did you see the hint to the new fleet in the kit reveal? It says something like, "We know no one is reading anymore, but we hope you've been building your Sith ships." Yes, there's the implication that they're going to build. So there was a leak. You guys remember? It's probably been, what, like 8 months ago or something now. It was a long time ago. But there was a leak that had several things in it, all of which were true. But among the things in that leak, they talked about Nihilus's capital ship, which never made it into the game. And people said, oh, well, that part of the leak wasn't true. Or, at least that part of the leak wasn't true yet. So, yeah, I think that's the idea. We're probably going to get that Nihilus's capital ship. I'm blanking on the name of it right now. What is it? Somebody in chat will remind me. I'm sure. Alright, let's just carve through this. You know what? Let's go over here on IG-88. Get that taken out. Ravager? Yeah, the Ravager. That's right. So what ships do we have that are Sith ships? You've got Vader. You've got the Sith fighter ship. You've got the Marauder, the bomber that the Marauder drives. And you've got the ship that the Sith assassin is in. Or is that's already the Sith fighter? I think there's only like 4 Sith ships right now, though, right? 4 or maybe 5. So if they brought out a new capital ship, they in the past they've always, like, even with the profundity, right? They brought out the Outrider as the They brought out the Outrider to go with the fleet. So if they do that, there'll be another new Sith ship of some kind. For sure. For certain. Who would be piloting it though, right? Like who else is Sith that needs a Sith ship built? I wonder. Oh, Palpatine's shuttle. Yeah, there you go. There's the other Sith ship. Palpatine's shuttle. We could take a look real quick. Rank number 1 in fleets. That's always nice. Okay, let's take a look at some shippies. Shops. Pick Sith ships. 6 Sith ships. Yeah, so there we go. TIE Advance, the Scimitar, the Extinction Bomber, Sith Fighter, Emperor Shuttle. You can see Abtisio's been farming none of them. I got nothing. The scimitar's on a node with something. Where's that scimitar at? Yeah, it's on a fleet node that's got stun guns. So I've been farming that for some stun guns every now and then. So we've got some of the scimitar. Could have 5 stars on this account, but none of the other stuff. So we would be way off on a Ravager. I would just, from my point of view, my perspective, on the Loquitur account, I built 2 big capital ships. And it has not helped me nearly as much as I thought it was going to in Grand Arena. So I thought, with 2 big ships, we could always put the Executor over here, get a lot of holds, always have the profundity on offense, get a lot of wins clearing fleet. But it has not been as impactful as I had hoped. So in the end, I think your first goal for the account is to build one of the big fleets, then build 2 Galactic Legends, and then work from there. But having built 2 Galactic Legends on this account, and then gone back to another big fleet, can't recommend it. Can't recommend it. So I honestly think that if they come out with another ship that's at the level of Executor and Profundity, it'll be, maybe I'll put together a 3rd starting guide for 2023 that basically says, here's how to start with the Ravager. But your motivation to go for a Ravager if you've already got an Executor or a Profundity is pretty low. Now, if for some reason they make the Ravager and it's better than these 2 ships, like GLs, each time they introduce new GLs, they kind of upgrade the power and you get that power creep going on. So if the Ravager is superior to both of these, you might still need to get it. But if it's on the same level as the Executor and Profundity, then it's going to be... I won't chase it on either of these accounts. I'll get it someday. We're better off on Sith ships over here on Loquitur, right? Let's take a look. Let us take a look at Loquitur here. Ships, Sith ships. Since we did the sea journey, we've got, at least some of these pilots are relict. Yeah, I got a long way to go on both the Sith fighter and the Emperor shuttle. Basically, we got the scimitar, and that's it. So yeah, even if I wanted to look at that, I'd have to I'd have to get busy with those ships. Maybe we get a new Sith ship with Sith Empire Trooper, give Dooku a ship, and make it both Sith and Separatist. Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah, Dooku definitely had a ship, right? He got it looked just kind of like another Geo ship, though, right? Didn't Dooku's ship was just a Geo ship, I think, if I remember correctly from the movie. Dooku could glide around in that thing with the huge sails. Mara Jade had a ship too. Ooh, that'd be cool. Niamiko says hi. Paul G says, I know you've spoken about how bad a journey C is at this point. How close would you say C would need to be to prioritize that over Jabba? I wouldn't. I wouldn't at all. I mean, let's say that I went into my C journey and I already had built troopers. Like, let's say, let's go over to the Obtesio account here as an example. And just for fun, let's say I did a journey and I did the Executor. And I had, characters from the Executor journey already done with Vader and the bounty hunters and all that stuff. Piet's already relicked. I've already relicked a full team of troopers. So like, let's say that let's look at the sea journey here. Journey guide. Galactic Legends, Sith Eternal Emperor. Begin the journey. So let's say, for example, you had an account where you went into this journey, you had your Vader, you had your Piet, you had, these troopers, Stark, Veers, Piet, all relic, these guys relic, and you said, okay, well, I've got 6 or 7 of these relics done for C. Why don't I just go grab C? Well, if you had 6 relics done here, you would still need 2, 4, 6, 7 more, 8 more. And those 8 relics could be relics that you would do for the Jabba journey. So for me, if I was like 3 characters away and it was Sidious, Krennic, and Royal Guard and everything else was relict, then I might go for Sith Eternal. But man, I would have to be so deep into this journey because Jabba is just ridiculous right now, guys. It's ridiculous. It's a territory battle with special missions for Jabba. It's a galactic legend that can basically beat anything in the game, already in territory wars and Grand Arena. It does good in Conquest, and now it's going to be the key part of a raid. So, I mean, what more incentive could you bring? If you compare Sith Eternal, on the other hand, and you say, out of all that stuff I just talked about, what can Sith Eternal do? Well, he can do GAC. He can do territory wars. He can get kills there. But he is awful in the new territory battle. He's really mediocre in Conquest. He's, actually in territory wars, he's pretty mediocre. So yeah, I mean, I would have to be... That's your answer. If you're within 3 relics of getting C, and it's just the 3 worst relics that you would have to do and get him, then yeah, fine, finish it out and grab C. Otherwise, you're looking for the big boy. Actually, I guess technically it's Jabba and Crumb that you're looking for, right? You got to get Jabba and Crumb. Because one of Jabba's skills is just Crumb throwing grenades and whatnot. Alright, let's get back to this fleet arena. Should be due for another battle by now. See if we can grab this second place spot real quick. TK says my Sith ships aren't very good either. Cody Lay's in the house. Hey, Cody. Does anyone else push the mouse button extra hard to try to get stuff to land or hit hard, or is it just me? I have a friend who wails on his mouse. Like when we used to play, there was a time when we played online games where we still would like hang out in the same basement. And he would do that. He'd be like, click, 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 click. And then if something was like a tough battle, you'd hear him over there like... I don't think I do that, but maybe I do every now and then. I don't know. If I do, I'm not conscious of it. Conscious of it. All right, let's get back here on this. Okay, take out the IG 2000. Gotta get dead before the... Oh, yeah, there we go. We got it dead before we got to heal it. Fantastico. Dooku's ship was basically just a shuttle version of the Geo's ships. Nice. Cool. Malgus had a cool ship. Could see that being at... Oh, man. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I would hate for there to be a Conquest character that's hard as heck for most people to get. Well, a lot of mid-game players anyway. Something that hard for mid-game players to be a critical part of the fleet would be... I don't know. I wouldn't like that. It wouldn't surprise me if they made that requirement, but I wouldn't like it. We need Babu Frick in a ship with Zori before any Sith nonsense. Why do you want Babu Frick? Babu. That character wasn't entertaining for me. He was just small and annoying. I'd like to kick him across the room. A Babu. My first account is there now for my next GL. Too many requirements already met for C. So that's my next GL. All right. Well, yeah, if you feel that way, that's cool. I can't wait to start my Jabba farm later this year, says Darth Evac. Vero Doom says you were saying it last stream about how we should always be chasing the new thing, but wouldn't going back and be getting the old stuff be worthwhile? Interested to hear your thoughts. So what I mean by chasing the new stuff, I don't mean going in and do crazy things. But like if you take a look at the Loquitur account, the original plan, if you talked to me like a year and a half ago or whatever when I was, working on this account, I would not have wanted to be doing new content. Because new content, single shard drops, the farms take forever, it's super annoying. It takes away from your ability to farm gear for your other characters. But now I'm farming like 6 or 7 hard nodes. We can still get gear for our characters with the gear changes, and farming toward the new content isn't that bad. So, I'll work on Jabba over here. I've already got the stuff earmarked for Afra. So rather than try to swoop back around and grab Starkiller, which is, let's say, double shard drops on his characters, I would rather go forward and try to grab Afra because she's got a battle in the new territory battle. So all things being equal, why wouldn't, if the only, because relicking these characters isn't too much different. Gearing them maybe takes a few more Kairos than it would, but Starkiller's characters are mostly pretty new too, so yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. So I'll do Jabba, then I'll do Afra. Well, when I've done Jabba and Afra, I'll be very close to Jedi Master Luke at that point, right? Because we'll already have the Jedi Knight Luke stuff done. So I'll grab Jabba, we'll stop off for Afra, but then there's no reason at that point why we wouldn't go back and grab JML. So we'd swing back to some old content because it's right there, and by then I'll also have Sanastaros up and running. I'll have a good team for Mon Mothma, all that stuff, right? So at that point it makes more sense to swoop back here and grab this stuff. And then again, after that, maybe they will have introduced a new GL by then. Well, then instead of going back for something like Lord Vader, it's going to make a whole lot more sense to keep moving forward. So that's what I mean. Basically, there's no... It's not... how to phrase this correctly so people don't misinterpret it. Because they're going to be making raid content and other stuff specifically for the new stuff they put in the game, you're going to want to have one of those teams. Whatever the newest raid is, you're going to want to have a team that's built to participate in that specific raid. When they change territory battles next time, you're going to want to be chasing something out of the content that's specific to that territory battle. So let's say they do a new GL later this year, and then at the start of 2024, there's a new territory battle that uses that new GL. Well, that you should go for that GL before you go back for something like Lord Vader or SLKR or other stuff that you don't have. So that's all I'm saying. But then if you've got, like for the new territory battle, if you had Afra and Jabba, there's more stuff in there, right? you could do Afra and Jabba, and then you know there's still some of these battles that are for Sanastaros only, and there's some of these battles that are for let's see, who else do we have specifically? Yeah, like Kira and Young Han and stuff like that. Man, I wouldn't be chasing that stuff unless you're end of the end game. You know, if you have everything else, then you try to get that, you know, one more battle. You know, here's Lord Vader. Here's the Scythe as a requirement. So you don't need to go back for Lord Vader. If you've already got Jabba and Afra, maybe you don't even need to chase Grand Inquisitor, right? So that's what I'm saying. If, on the other hand, you did chase the Grand Inquisitor and you had like Jabba and the Inquisitors, that's enough. Then you don't need to go for Afra. So just get some of the new stuff so you can do the new content. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I mean, it's hard for me to explain in a way. It makes sense to me. It's very logical in my mind how I see it, but maybe not so easy to to explain it, you know, just off the cuff. All right, I've unlocked Jabba's journey halfway through unlocking him. Nice. I would say that C's Rex are really good to fill out teams, Marauder for Sith Empire, etc. Yeah, I've said before, the characters that you build in C's journey are good. But that's still not a reason to build C. My opinion. Jar Jar Binks says hi. Grail says hi. Pavoni fan is here. Adam says, man, I used my Profundity versus my opponent's Executor and only got one attack out of turn. Lost the battle. Yeah, that's rough. DL, what's the best dark side node to farm tickets on? That depends on what is in your account. So, my standard answer for dark side is 9C. You've got the cybernetics here that you can use for relic materials. You've got the Mark IV back-to-gels. And if you farm them here, then you don't need to buy them out of the shops, right? With the gear changes, you can buy these out of the shop now pretty successfully. But if you farm them, then you don't need to. So you can save that currency. So that's a fantastic node. If you need these electro binoculars, 9B is good. And then, honestly, if you just say, I don't need any of that stuff, I got that all under control, then just come over here. 8A on the dark side is Chirotech battle computers. And I don't like this node. All the other stuff on this node is really not even that great for making relic materials out of at the scavenger. So it's just the Cairo computers. But that node is there if you need it. And then there's just all kinds of other stuff that you could grab if you wanted. So, you know, any node that has stuff that you need is fine. But I would say that the 9B and 9C are probably my favorites. At least this node has other stuff that's good for relic making too, right? So those nodes are pretty good. That's what I would do. I would farm one of these two. Or if I was good on that gear, then I would just farm the Cairo computers. One downside profundity is downside of profundity is RNG. The first two attacks that you make against the Executor, if you don't kill the Xanadu Blood within 2 attacks, you pretty much lose that battle every time. You still want to try to kill the Xanadu Blood. Make that a little easier to clean up. If you can get the Xanadu Blood killed and then get the IG-2000 killed when it comes in as a reinforcement, and then in the cleanup battle you have to fight Houndstooth, Slave 1, and Razor Crest, that's okay. You can win that with the Malevolence in a 2-shot. fairly, I'm not going to say easily, but that's not too hard to win with a malevolence. Because they won't have any bounty hunters to bring in as a reinforcement. They don't have the Xanadu blood starting out. And the IG 2000 just does sickening amounts of damage. So with those ships gone, you can clean it up. It's not too bad. Or at least that's my plan. If you were finishing Imperial Doctrine in the next month or so, unlocking Executor, would you make Jabba your first GL or SLKR? If it's a brand new account doing Imperial Doctrine, I would do one of the oldest GLs first. I would do either SLKR or Rey. And I would probably do, if I did the Executor journey, I would do SLKR. If I had done the Profundity journey, I would do Rey. Yeah, I'm doing that on my Abticio account right now. I did the Profundity and I'm going straight into Jabba. And it is just, it's going to be a nightmare of juggling resources because I still don't have Jedi Knight Luke yet. I'm working on him. While I'm on the journey for the rest of the stuff, I'm farming those characters. I got to get my high relic materials again. It's a mess to try to sort all that out. If you put a different GL in between, like Rey or SLKR, you build a good enough team that the GL can work with the requirements that you've built already as part of the journey. While you're doing that, you can finish up your Hermit Yoda, your Wampa, your Rebel Officer Leia Organa. You get all that stuff working for the Jedi Knight Luke journey. And then by the time you get that GL unlocked, you're just finishing your relics for Jedi Knight Luke and going straight into the relicing of the next journey for Jabba. I would still put let's call it an easy GL. I would still put an easy GL in before Jabba. My opinion. And honestly, if you did that, yeah, so you said if you're finishing up the Executor in the near future. So yeah, if you're finishing up Executor, your account should have good income. And I would say you could build SLKR in 6 months. If you've already got some of the fleet stuff going, you're ready on the finalizer, SLKR can be like a 6-month journey. Get him done and ready to go. And then probably another 8 months after that is when you'd get Jabba. Whereas if you just took Jabba, it would almost take you 10 or 11 months just to get Jabba. Straight up. Okay, let's get in here for some Grand Arena on Loquitur. Let's get this party started. Take a look at my current opponent, Fraulein Draddy. Ein Macht 50. 50. I'm probably saying some kind of dirty word in German. 6 million galactic power. Of course, this means we're afraid of our opponent this time because he's, only 6 million galactic power means he's a player, and we're going to have to fight, right? 2.4 million in ships, 3.5 in characters. He's got JMK showing in his arena as well as Executor. So let's take a look at fleet stuff. So he's got the Executor, Negotiator, Malevolence, Chimera, Endurance, Executrix. So he's got 6 relic level capital ships. Some pretty good stuff. Some pretty good stuff relicked up top here. Does he have JML? Yeah, so he has JML, Kenobi. He's basically got an account like the Loquitur account with Kenobi and Sith Eternal, but then he's also got Skywalker and JML on top of it. Oof. So let's see the age of the account. I'm curious about that now. We didn't look at the age. 13.8. So almost 3 years old. Still pretty good. Pretty good for an almost 3-year-old account. Let's take a look at mods. Probably got good mods too, huh? Fastest non-GL character is Cat at 355. That is completely respectable. Gideon sliding in here next at 337. You got a Hermit Yoda in here. 318. Alright, so the speed's dropping off. He's got some good, obviously some good mods, but not everything. Right? Not everything. 280 on Shock T. Okay, so we have to watch, but we will have advantages some places. Treya team, Revens, Malik. Blech. Blech, he's got a lot more stuff than I do. On the character side of things, we've got the profundity over him, so we're going to have to try to make that our advantage. Okay, what I saw from his history is that he tends to use his GLs on offense. So let's see if he left us any surprises over here. Okay, Night Sisters we can deal with. Grievous we can deal with. This we can manage. No Cara Dune over here. We could probably Enfys Nest here. Okay. That zone looks pretty easy, actually. Over here we do have Qui-Gon with Mace and Anakin. So it's a respectable team. This is Plo. It is not Ki-Adi-Mundi. Bounty Hunter team doesn't have Zam. We've got Iden here. So this is also pretty doable. I don't see anything here that's requiring my Sith Eternal yet. So we'll bust through the bottom, see what's on the back wall, and make a lot of decisions from there. This zone doesn't look too bad, right? We can Wampa this, we can nest this, we can try to get through this with relatively... We know we don't have Iden on the back wall again this time, because Iden's showing in the top zone. Don't want to use Treya here with Nest, though. I think we just want Kira Nest. No Datacron needed. Start this battle, get Nest flopping, and I'll catch up on chat. Alright, we're going to target Biggs Darklighter. I always talk about the loop that you can get into with Biggs when you do this with Nest. Putting Biggs into a Mon Mothma team without a proper tank makes this pretty easy. He gets full turn meter if he gets critically hit. Nest, of course, counterattacks, critically hits him, gives him full turn meter. He goes, Nest counterattacks, critically hits, gives him full turn meter. So they're just putting up all kinds of buffs. Those buffs are going away. Nest is ramping like crazy. And the only people taking turns are Nest and Biggs. So ramps up her damage super fast. See, we're in the loop with him again now. We just hit him a couple times, gave him full turn meter, counterattack, full turn meter. Same thing over and over again here with the counterattacks. Just ramping up our stats. Okay, let's just kill Cassian Andor. Oh, didn't quite get him. I was hoping to kill him. That would force Mon Mothma to use her resurrection, or she would just, choose to use it, I guess. And then when I kill Biggs, she wouldn't have it available to use. Alright, let's try again over here to kill him. There we go. Res used again. We'll go ahead and kill him again because we can. We don't need to get in a loop with Biggs again. If we do on his turn when he attacks, that's fine, but we're not going to intentionally loop him anymore on our turn. Okay, Biggs is down. Cassian, ooh, he lived. He made it through. Okay, now he's down. Get Wedge next. And then we'll finish off with Lando. At this point, I think we can just put it in auto. Alright. Afra already has the added Afra also has the added benefit of using some of her requirements in her team. Yeah, you can use all of her stuff in her team if you wanted to, couldn't you? I mean, it may not be the best or most efficient Afra team, but you can make a team with her using the 2 droids. Who else is it? Hondo. Yeah, you wouldn't want to put Santa Staros in with her, though, right? Santa's going to go in a separate team. Same kind of thing here. We will look to one of these low-level Datacrons and see if we've just got something that we want to throw at him. Yeah, we'll use the worst Datacron that we have here. He does have HK, though. What does HK add to this team that we care about? Okay. If the target has Death Mark or Fear. Dispel all debuffs. If the target enemy has Death Mark or Fear. Does he apply Death Mark? See, if he's not applying Death Mark, then I don't care. Deal true damage, tenacity down. Okay, so he's not actually inflicting Death Mark, then I don't think I care. Okay, the battles in the new TB are barely worth anything in terms of progress towards stars. Operations are the way to go for progress. Guilds are more interested to fill up those than combat missions. That's both. It's both a true statement and it's also misleading. So, if you're doing a preload on 2 sides and 3-starring the middle one, and then the next day you're trying to 3-star both sides, get to the next node, etc. So, if you're early on in the new territory battle, then yeah, the combat missions really don't count for that much because you're going to get what you want more or less from the platoons and the deployments. The problem is, once you want to graduate to that next tier of play, the only way that you can generate enough points is by doing the combat missions to generate enough points to get you the next stars. So if you say combat missions aren't important, then you're limited to 27 stars or whatever it is that you can get, and that's all your guild's ever going to get. If you want to go to 30 stars or 33 or whatever it is, you have to hit that next layer of planets. And that's going to take, on day 5, you're going to be fighting all your Relic 7 battles, and you're going to have to be able to do some of these combat missions, or you're not going to make it. So the combat missions aren't important, like at the early stages of ROTE. But as you want to progress, if you want to get the higher stars, you won't get it without those combat missions. All right, I don't think that there's anything here stopping me from doing this. Is it worth pushing out my first GL to get Jedi Knight Luke instead so I can go for Jabba? I'll be getting Executor at 2.5 million. No, Bryant, I think the right thing to do is get your first big ship. So you get your Executor. Then I think you do an easy GL. Whoever you're working on, whether it's Cecil KR, Ray, whatever, get that GL. JMK is actually not that hard of a GL to get. The characters that you have to build for his journey lack some synergy, whatever. But, if you did JMK, whatever. Finish out your first GL, go for Jabba second. In my opinion. Okay. Is the HK Fear DC level 9? Cat, which Zetas do I need? All of them. The Zeta that shares, you know, it gives you like all the extra % health and all that. That I can't even remember if that's a Zeta. I believe that the one, the skills that give all the extra health and protection and share it with your team includes a Zeta. That's the one that you need first. But eventually you want all 3 of them on Cat. All really good. We'll roar a little bit here. Oh, HK down. I wonder if I shouldn't have used clones here in case I want to have my Wampa available if anybody puts Sith Eternal on defense, because I do want to have my Wampa as a Sith Eternal counter on defense. Although if he does have Sith Eternal, I have my Trooper Datacron that I can use, so that's fine. Alright, let's get some protection up back again here. I think I went first, so I think this is a full 69 banner win. Yeah, nice. Fraulein is a she. Also, I should refer to the player as a she. Okay, I could do that. I could do that. Night Sisters. This Omicron does stuff. While in Grand Arenas, Night Sisters gain health, potency, tenacity. When an ally or enemy is defeated, they all gain turn B to recover stuff. And the cooldown of Endless Wrath is reset. Endless Wrath. If we took Jedi in here and killed Daka right out from behind zombie, I feel like that would be okay. If we took Vader in, we could potentially use Watt. I want to get by this team cheap. I don't want to have to spend resources beating this team because I want to save all the good stuff for this back wall, see what's there before we start committing our better teams. Can Radis beat this, I wonder? Troopers, I don't know. It feels like clones are probably my best bet here, right? Because I can remove the buff here, kill these ladies back here as many times as I need to. I need an area effect for her though, right? Because this is the one that goes into stealth. She's not relicked, so Echo's grenade is probably enough of an area effect. Maybe. Fleet missions seem to be more impactful than the combat missions. Anyway, we get 30 stars right now. The step up to 31 will happen with operations. Would you delay Malevolence and Negotiator to go for Rolo? Yes. So if you've got Profundity or Executor, those are the fleets that you're using for your fleet arena to get your placement. So Executor and Malevolence are negotiable. If you said, would you skip unlocking one of them, then certainly the answer is no, right? You need to get both of those ships unlocked as a priority. But let's say you had the Negotiator at 6 stars and the Malevolence at 5 stars and you were working on them. And you said, man, I need to delay that and grab Rolo. Yeah, sure. You know, no problem. Those ships are being used for GAC pretty much only. Use them in territory wars and whatnot. The difference between 6 and 7 stars is a big deal. But if it's not your primary arena fleet, it's all right. You can get by with you doing something different. All right, let's take a look at this. At this group, because Jyn Erso will get hurt badly right away, and we're kind of okay with that, right? So they'll focus on killing Jyn Erso. And we can use the rest of our team to keep healing up and try to keep the plagues off of Radis, and eventually we should win this. Mon Mothma lets us remove the taunt here if we need to. We've got plenty of area of effects, area effect here, area effect here, area effect here to get her. Should be good. All right. Savage solo on Grievous. Savage solo. Well, I'd never done it before. You guys are telling me that Savage can solo Grievous? Didn't know that. What do you guys do with your Savage? Alright, let's get Daka kills here. First set of plagues is on. With the extra health steal from that Datacron, we should be, at least for most of these characters. Oh, Biston's the one who's in trouble now. Okay. Go back over to Daka. Biston healed up, so we're good. Mon Mothma might be in trouble because Mon Mothma's never going to heal, right? She'll just wave her hands and heal tiny little bits. Okay, let's get Talzin out of here. Steel turn meter for massage if we can. We got the stun, so that's good enough. There's a big hit. Here's a big hit. All right. 65 banners. Good enough. This, I think Dash Rendar here. We've still got a lot of other good teams, so I don't feel too bad about using Dash. We've got stuff to deal with Geos and a bunch of different things. So we can use Dash here with the limited team. And this should be just us killing everybody. Him not being able to get any whistling birds. And then, you know, picking off this Beskar Mando over time. So one relic for one relic. I'm using a couple Gear 12s, but so that should be alright. Should be a reasonable trade. Reasonable banners for a win. I think a guild leader will be more interested in tunes for platoons as well as Inquisitors for the Riva mission than Afra. Jabba is the money right now. I agree. Jabba is the money right now. Alright, let's see your whistling birds, buddy. Or, I thought for just a second, I thought we were going to kill him before he could even get the boids off. Stun was doing some work for us. Yeah, we'll do the big hit again. Why not? 66 banners. That's okay. It's one more banner than we would have got for a full team, so chilling. All right, let's see what's on the back wall here. We've got easy stuff on the back wall. So now it's about optimizing El Beneros. Geos, the Brute Alpha doesn't even have a Zeta for the Brute. So this is easy. Super easy. Probably solo this with Savage or something. Probably do this with like a three-person Iden team. Okay. So then I don't see any reason not to just use Palpatine here, right? We've got Sith Eternal. We can use him somewhere. We can just use him here. Link up. What happens with my alt if Qui-Gon is still alive? Okay. When he transforms, he loses the deception and gains 2 new abilities. Instantly defeat linked enemies. Instantly defeat. So that works. Instantly defeat. I know you can do Mandalorian, right? And I believe that's the same text. Instantly defeat. Payout, disintegrate. Instantly defeats target enemy which can't be evaded. Okay. So that means that if we link like Mace and Anakin, we should be able to instantly defeat them even with Qui-Gon still alive, right? Oh, right. Okay, so you guys are right. When the GL deactivates the Omicron, that also deactivates. Okay. So that thing where other Jedi can't die is also part of the text here. Okay, all right. I was thinking, for some reason, that was, yeah, never mind. That's all part of the text that gets obliterated. So they can't do anything. That makes sense. All right, so this is just like a free win for us, then, I think. And then we use CLS against the bounty hunters to get a high banner win. We'll link there and Mace. I don't want to mess around with Mace just because if he keeps reducing my health, it could be a problem for me after a while. Although I didn't see the... does he need a Zeta to do that? What am I missing? Okay. Get some protection back here. Relink. I'm not even going to link Anakin because, I mean, at that life, he's just going to die from the ult anyway, right? Sadly, ships are the most important thing in the game. Why is that sad? Why would you say that's sad? Even though they're the least enjoyable? I don't know, maybe I'm weird. I like ships. I don't mind ships at all. I think they're fun to play in their own way. What do we got for this? IG-88, Relic 5. The Datacron doesn't have IG-88 anyway. Health, Steel, Armor, Crit Damage, Tenacity, Potency. When they're dispelled, they gain Tenacity and Potency. When they stun an enemy, they gain Speed Up and... that's not even that good of a Datacron. It's all over the place. So just, again, for efficiency, if we take in the CLS team... That should just be annihilation here, right? Just stun Bosk and start killing everybody. Troopers work here too. I'm just trying to think if it's Maybe if it's even better to use troopers. Maybe it's even more foolproof to use troopers. Kind of a waste of some good troopers, but I think we end up with pretty much full banners, 100% guaranteed, no questions asked. Right? Probably can even do it with 4 troopers. He gains 80% turn meter. Share out the turn meter with everybody else. Drain the turn meter. Kill everybody. We can put in the 5th. Equip that. We don't have something else that needs this team, right? So it's a win, but not a free win. It's a... Okay. We're going to have to talk about that. Visions of him. We're going to have to talk about that. I really want to talk about what you're saying, because it's very important. Very important stuff. Let's get this battle out of the way first, though. Okay, let's pump up the turn meter on the rest of my guys. Their turn meter is so low. Han Solo and far, far away. Alright, let's kill Cad Bane. We don't need to do any kind of turn meter drain or anything here, because they're like 20% turn meter. Oh, this is shameful. These bounty hunters. Hey, guess what? If a droid kills somebody, they don't get to revive. This Datacron is so broken. Busted. Busted. All right. So, let's talk about the free win idea. So if you look at my defense, I've got Qui-Gon here on defense. I don't have a very good tank. I've just got Ki-Adi-Mundi in there. And if you take a GL in here, it would, be easy to win. It's easy to win with a lot of different teams against this. But in order to make it good, you have to have a defense here that's going to make your opponent use their best teams. So if my opponent has 1 GL on offense, if he wants to have a chance at this Grand Arena, he's got to take his Galactic Legend against mine. He doesn't have the opportunity to bring his GL in here because he's got to use his GL here, right? So what I mean by a free win is if you give me a defense where there's nothing on the front wall that's hard enough to demand my Galactic Legend, you give me a back wall that doesn't demand my Galactic Legend, I've only got 1 GL and there's no place that I need to use it except here, then it's totally for free. You've wasted this defense. Because if I have 1 GL, I don't need to use it anywhere else, right? That's why, if this player, if Fraulein Drady watches this stream, the best advice I could give to this person would be to have this Kenobi at least on defense. If I had this account, Kenobi would be on defense, Luke would be on defense, Skywalker would be on defense. I'd have 3 massive defensive teams. I would just take Sith Eternal on offense. And then if I got hung up on your JMK here on the bottom front, then I've got gas plus JMK here and then JML up here. And even if you get through my JML, you're not getting anything on the bottom, right? So you cut it down to a 2-zone play. You don't need all that stuff on offense anymore. And it's just a much better strategy. So yeah, that's what I mean by that. By putting this team here with nothing else to pull my GL, then that's kind of a not great use of resources. Right. Hey DL, Conquest question here. You mentioned that the 5th box is enough to unlock characters on the 2nd set of Conquest runs. I need to do the math, but it doesn't add up for me. You have to buy the pass. So if you get box 5 and also purchase the $10 pack, that's how you get the character with box 5. It's box 5 plus the $10 battle pass. The battle pass gives you just enough shards. I can't remember exactly the math, but it's like you get 180 shards on the first Conquest and 150 on the second or something like that, and it adds up to 330. But yeah, it's box 5 plus the $10 pass. It is what it is. All right, what do we want to do here? We've got a lot of good stuff. Can Savage solo it? I wonder. Here we've got Iden. And we don't want to underestimate Iden. But we should be able to Vader solo, or maybe Vader duo on the Iden. We could Vader solo this. We should be able to use our own Iden here, right? So if we did this, I don't even think we'd need more troopers, would we? There's no Hux, there's no issues, and we can get healing immunity on him for when we need to kill him. So I think we use the least amount of troopers possible here and try to get maximized banners, get some extra banners for an underdog. Well, now we know you're weird, but Ships is the liking Nickelback of Swgoh. You don't like Nickelback? Oh, come on. That can't be a thing. All right, Phasma. You die, he dies, she dies, everybody dies. Get some extra protection up so we can't lose banners. Easy peasy, 67. We'll take it. All right, so basically we got a Vader solo and Phoenix down there. What do we want to do here? Man, should we do Mara Jade? It feels like such overkill, but we could do Mara Jade here, right? The only assists that we get are on Mara Jade's basic, is that correct? Yeah, I don't like that. I want to just use CLS. And I know CLS gives them turn meter and whatnot. But man, in this team right here, every time they shoot one of these troopers, they're just going to die. Like, I'll one-shot every trooper that's up there. One-hit wonder. That has to work, right? It's just way too much damage for Iden to deal with. It's gotta be. Mostly that a ship takes 6 months to farm to 7 stars. Non-capital ships. Yes, I can agree with that. It takes a long time to farm ships. But it's not even that bad anymore, you know? Because as long as you're ahead of what you want to do, as long as you're thinking ahead, like you can farm, like I'm farming SLKR ships on Loquitur because I have 6 or 7 farm slots and I don't have 6 or 7 things that I need to farm. So I can just put the ships in there to farm because I don't have something else to do with that farm spot. I could even, that's why I was looking at the Sith ships, because on Loquitur I could look at farming the Sith ships too. I've got the guys going for Jabba and Afra, but I'll finish up the Jabba stuff soon. All right, we're going to try this. We're going to try just these 3. Again, the hope is to absolutely optimize the banners, 3 characters, and the goal is to never lose a single banner. Counterattack. By the end of this combat, I hope that we can get that back. Alright, let's get everybody stunned if we can. No dice on the Carthonasi. Here we're going to get back our banner. And now the goal is simply to finish this off without ever letting them take a turn. Banner optimization. Okay. Let's take a look at the geos on the back wall. This has got to be just solo Vader, right? Just come in there and kill everything. Can't be that hard. Hey, what's your defense look like if your enemy is like 9 million GP and has everything? Well, that was my main account, and basically I would just use all the GLs I could on defense. I feel like, I don't know, I would just rather stack defense. I would rather just stack all of my good stuff on defense and do the best I can on offense. Because if I stop my opponent on the bottom front and turn it into a 2-zone combat, I always feel like I can win on efficiency, and it means that I don't need defenses for that back zone. So if I was facing a 9 million opponent with everything, I would put the 4 best defenses I had bottom front. Jabba, JML, JMK, Star Killer, something. You know, I'd put it all on defense. I'd put it all on defense. Can Savage solo here? I think we can afford one experiment, right? I gotta believe Savage can solo this with no problem. Darth Evax is absolutely. Yes. He won't even need to ramp. Alright. Look at that. Couldn't kill the droid, though. Droid didn't die. Now we're in trouble. I think we're going to lose. Alright, get Zeb out of here. Take chunk out of Hera. Alright, another 69 banner win. Aguda. Let's go see what we got on ships here. I imagine the Executor. And like somebody said, you know, the Executor, whether you win or lose here, is all on the first couple clicks. You either get a few assists and you get the win, or you don't get assists and you just nothing left but crying to do. All right, let's get in here. Let's get in here and hope for some good assists. A lot of people in here haven't hit the like button yet. If you're just chilling out and you're somewhere where you can press that like button, just flick your like saber at it. Get that thing out of here. Helps me, helps the channel, and I would appreciate it if you could do that. All right, here we go. Get a couple assists. There we go. Come on, get Cad Bane out of here. We didn't get the days on him, so he gets to participate in that opening salvo. That's, you know, 2 extra breaches that they got that I wish they hadn't. All right, we bring in this and we put the Millennium Falcon under stealth always. That forces them to target the Outrider. They'll load up the buffs on the Outrider, which will cleanse his breach as well. Although they haven't cleansed the breach on the tank yet. There we go. Alright, now we're good. Got rid of the taunt on the Hound's Tooth. For anybody who hasn't read the kit, Hound's Tooth will always, even if you dispel his taunt, he'll bring the taunt back as long as any enemies have breach. So getting rid of the breach on all your ships for a moment lets you cleanse the taunt off of Hound's Tooth and kill all the other bounty hunter ships, which is obviously what you want to do. Nobody wants to be shooting at Hound's Tooth for an hour and a half without being able to kill it. Well, maybe there's somebody out there that does. There are people that like strange things and like pain and torture, so those people would probably love shooting at Hound's Tooth for an hour. Timing out at 5 minutes, I guess, but not me. Not interested in that. All right, we got this well under control. I don't think there's much risk that we lose this at this point. Just lost 1 banner over here, and we can get it back if we recover enough health and protection. I don't have a way to stun him, so if we don't kill him, he gets 1 more attack. Oof. Yeah, I don't think we can recover that banner. 1 banner lost, boys and girls. 69 instead of 70. All right, so now we've got a weak fleet here. I like the Negotiator better against this Rebel fleet. And we can put Plo in reinforcements here because we don't need Plo up top. So again, we'll just go in here with a couple reinforcements. I guess we'll do 3 reinforcements. We probably could have just done 2, but we'll do 3 reinforcements, including Plo. Try to optimize banners. He's got this Sabine Wren in his starting 3, which typically you want her as a reinforcement, not a starting ship. But we'll take it. It'll make this battle easier. Get taunt up over here. We don't have ability or target locks on people, so we can't take advantage of Five's big hitting other characters. We're going to bring in Ahsoka here. Yeah, that's big enough. Bam. That's easy. Come in here with our Separatist fleet, and that's going to wrap up the GAC for Loquitur. Not Spy. Yeah, that's good. Let's get on in there. All right, what other questions do you guys have? If you don't have other questions, I'm just going to head right into the Obtisio account and get that done right after this. I got 2 updates to put together. Got the update from last week when I was on vacation to do for my Loquitur account still. And then this week I'll have to do, so I'll have 2 updates out for you all next time, so you can see both updates. Got to work on Datacrons. I forgot on both of my accounts. I forgot to work on Datacrons after the Conquest, so I've got a bunch of Datacron resources that aren't available to me in this round of GAC, which is that's my fault. 1867. That's really good banners. Got a few free solos though. Still time for my opponent to play. Doesn't look like they've played anything yet. So, okay. There we go. What did we get in fleet placement? Rank number 2. This is my 3rd. Look at this. 3 third sister shards now. Let's see. Only 327 more to go to get her unlocked. There's several people in the guild that are working on the Inquisitors getting set up for that mission. But hey, one's more than I had yesterday. I only had 2. Today I have 3. Fantastico. All right, I'm late. Did you already share your thoughts on the newest Road Ahead? Yeah, you're really late because I shared my thoughts on the newest Road Ahead on Wednesday's stream. So, lots of days ago. But yeah, I think the Road Ahead is interesting. I think it's interesting. You can go back and watch my comments from Wednesday if you want to know my whole thoughts on that. But it does mean that Jabba is the thing to do right now. I mean, it's really hard to get away from the idea that Jabba is just the premium journey in the game right now. Seems good. That's the high-level conclusion. Got some events to do that I haven't done yet. Got some Grand Arena to play. Alright, check out this opponent. Chromium 3. Mini Danilo the Usurper. Stats. 6.7 million galactic power. Bigger than the opponent that just played Loquitur. 2.7 in ships. 3.9 in characters. 19,000 galactic war battles won, so 4.5-year-old account. 3 galactic legends. 1, 2 Lord Vader's still being worked on for relic levels. But yeah, 3 GLs, Gas, Revens, Malik, CLS team, Relic Geos, Night Sisters, and a Fulcrum. And the Fulcrum in a pear tree. Quite a lot of stuff. Did I mention 3 galactic legends? So somebody had asked me, because I talked a bit ago about using CLS as my main cornerstone defense. And they said, hey, I noticed you weren't using CLS as your defense and you got them all relic now. And I said, yeah, you know, what am I going to do if I put CLS here and my opponent has 3 GLs? He's just going to run through the CLS team like it's not even there. So basically, my defense right now in Obtisio is just absolute garbage. It's like one relic teams, and then of course this profundity. We're hoping that the profundity holds a zone, and that's about all we can do. And even we put some of the better defenses that we have. Geos, Fin Po's not a good defense, but you know, it's yeah, we just got garbage here. Garbage and more garbage on defense. Ewoks up front, Grievous with like Relic Grievous and garbage. Relic Harrison Dula and garbage. So, yeah, my defense is paper on this account right now. If I fought against an opponent where I saw that they had, you know, either they were putting all their GLs on defense or, you know, I could reasonably expect them not to have a GL on offense, then it makes more sense to go ahead and put that CLS down. But against teams like opponents like this, putting the CLS on defense is just useless. Okay, so weak zone here in front of ships. Sith Eternal over here, bottom front. What do we have? So if we bring in a team that kills off the ads, then CLS can beat Sith Eternal, right? Is that not correct? So what if I did like 501st clones first, and then follow that up with CLS? Does that get me through this team? I think maybe it does. Defense, crit chance, crit avoidance, crit damage. We'll use that later. We'll use this. So let's equip this. And let's see if we can kill all the ads. Got to get all the ads done. If we can't get all the ads done, then we at least got to kill Vader and Watt. As long as we kill Vader and Watt, then we're good to go. Okay, he linked up 5s and a Rex. Now we just need to take a lot of turns. So here we go. Take some turns, pass it over, get the retaliation off of Vader. Get the retaliation off of everybody. Mass assist. Just turn meter, turns. Nope. Come on, Vader. I don't want it. I'm not interested in it. Kill this Darth Vader, guys. Come on. Kill him. How is he still alive? And 5s is almost dead, so we're not going to get the sacrifice. They're going to kill 5s. Okay, we got to get Watt out of here. Come on. Alright, Sith Eternal's got his ult off. It's a race between him and Rex. Oh, good. That's brutal. That is brutal. Alright, we got Vader out of there anyway. Let's go back in with CLS and hit Watt first, and we just got to try to work through before we get killed. It's going to be a kind of a hope and prayer situation, right? Do you have Wampa on that account? Yes, I do, but he's gear 12 still. I do not have a relic Wampa on this account yet. Alright, here we go. Sith Eternal. Got to give it a try. See if we can get it done. Watt Tambor. Die. Okay. Okay. Sith Marauder. This is big damage, so I'm just going to take it right now. Okay. There he gains protection back. Go for damage. Alright, he's linking up Chewie with CLS. That's not so bad, right? Because we still got Chupio to do damage and Han. Okay. Come on, guys. Get him. Alright, we're going to lose a couple of our guys here now. How much damage can we do? We got to get him. No! No! He's going to link them up. Alright, do your thing. Damage, come on. Get it. He can't crit, right? So while I'm linked, I can't crit. So that's just a no-go right there. But dang it. Alright, do I have one more team that can do damage? I don't even know. Troopers. I've got troopers. They'll give him turn meter or something. Dark Trooper's the only one doing damage. It's the only thing I've got that can even make an attempt here. Then we've still got Bad Batch to deal with. We'd have to be able to do that with Radis. I don't know if Radis can even do it. We'll try. We'll try Radis for experimentation here. See what he can do with Bad Batch. Just for fun. Take the Rogue One, guys. And I think I gotta take Mon Mothma here. Put a Datacron on it. See what we can do. Brutal. The matchmaking seems okay to me. Well, it's what always happens, right? I always say the same thing. So, if my opponent plays, I'm just done. The question is my opponent going to play or not? And with an account that's this big, this low, the only reason that they're down here is because they choose not to play. So, or maybe they don't choose not to play. They forget to play. They don't, whatever. There's probably a lot of matchups where they just don't compete. So in that case, we will win. So we'll play it out. We'll do the best we can, knowing that probably if they play, they win. Okay. All right, we got to get those buffs off us here in a second. Going after Jin, fine by me. Now they're going after Biston. That is not fine by. Leave my Biston alone, bro. Leave my Biston alone. All right, get these debuffs off. Well, now we're stunned. I guess we'll try to steal his turn meter. We are at 91 on our alt. Let's bring back the Biston. This should kill Hunter, at least. Alright, down to 3 clones. 3 Bad Birch. Alright, steal his turn meter, stun him, something. Nope. This removes debuffs. Let's do that. Oh! Oh! I did it a move too soon. I thought he already had that stuff on us. Okay. Let's bring that back. Welcome back to the party, Cassian. Steal turn meter. Let's throw the grenade. Big hit. Cleanse somebody, Biston. We don't want to use the area effect because that's also our res effect. Steel turn meter? All right. Nice. Oh, don't kill my radish. Don't kill my radish. All right. Come on, guys. Now we'll do this. Just try keep going. I don't mind if he attacks the little guy out there. Debuffed again. That skill is up a lot. Doesn't seem like tech is going to kill us all, but who knows? Maybe he'll throw this grenade and we'll be in bad shape. All right. Big hit. Close enough. Steel turn meter. Hey, Bad Batch defeated by Radis. Check that out, guys. Radis is the real deal. You heard it here. Troopers is it. Troopers is the only thing that I've got that even gets me close. We're throwing them. We're throwing them in against this sea. Let's go. No Datacron available because, you know, they're not very big. See if we can three-shot the Sith Eternal. Here we go. Reduces armor. Link it up with this Dark Trooper. And then we're just going to do damage. Turn meter for everyone. Big damage. Come on, guys. Come on. Dark Trooper called again. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. That's not that big of a deal. We get to see the back wall, though. How bad is it? It's pretty bad. Qui-Gon and Grievous. See, now, I will tell you, if you're going to put a defense like this, I would still put Qui-Gon or Grievous. One of the... I don't mind having one of them back there as kind of a surprise, but I would certainly put one of them up here. Make my opponent work for it. All right, this we can... Dash. Dash will kill all this stuff, I'm pretty sure. We can Vader here. We can Mara Jade here, probably. Dash, Vader, Mara Jade. Let's just check and make sure we didn't, like, do something stupid with the Mara Jade team. No, we've still got it. We just got to check some speeds and make sure we're good. Although, I don't think this guy's going to have a Phoenix character that's faster than... Although that might... They're Gear 12 Phoenix with Zetas. What does that mean, guys? What does it mean to have Gear 12 Phoenix with Zetas? Is that bad? Gear 12 Wampa beat this? Or do we Wampa here? Kira has a stun or something, a daze. I feel like she's got something that makes this not a no-go. Offense down, critical hit, daze for one turn. And then there's something with the potency. Yeah, when attacking she has 40% potency, so she gets a ton of extra potency. She gets that daze off. So I think dash here. Just take in dash. Get rid of all the opposition. Let's go. Any of those teams? Don't overthink it. They're still Phoenix. Wampa or Savage. Nice. I love you guys. Dash just one-shots the whole team. I kind of didn't expect him to one-shot it, but all right. What's on the back wall again? Let's go take a quick look at this back wall. Qui-Gon. Can we Vader? If we save Vader, we can potentially Mara Jade this team. Could we get a full clear? If we use Savage and Treya and everybody back here, can we hold out against this Grievous team? I don't know. I want to try it. So we're going to save Savage and the Triumvirate. We're going to save Vader and the Mara Jade team. And so we're going to try to do these two teams with none of that. So what does that leave us? Wampa here against a Relic 7 low gray. What is this even? Relic 7 low gray. It's not a threat though, right? I mean, is this low gray a threat? Does he hit hard? What do you do with the Relic 7 low gray? That's like it's something for the new territory battle, right? It's something for the new TB. It's got to be. The other thing I could do is Iden here. Is the other team more Wampa-able? Let's do Iden against these Geos. Or, against these, Ewoks. Let's try it. It's a ROTE requirement. Yeah. I'm guessing. I'm guessing that it's a ROTE requirement to have that Relic 7. I just the question is it good? So I'm not questioning like, oh my God, why did they relic that? What I'm saying is they have reliced it. Is it any good? I don't feel like it's any good, but I hate going into these things like having never seen a high relic low gray before. I mean, I don't know what it does. I needed to use my other skill. That's just dumb. Get the dazes cleared off. Alrighty then. Paplu getting taunt. Oh, Iden's about to die. Oops. Paplu's not dying. Paplu's doing a lot of things, of which dying is not one. Gear 12 Paplu. Clearly harder to kill than a Relic 7 low gray. Come on, stomp it out, boys. Come on, there he is. There he is. We just put it on auto now. Ugh. Should be it. I didn't finish these out. Then we can try to Mara Jade the Qui-Gon team, and we will try to do something against that Grievous team. Relics against non-relics is always super dicey, but I'm going to give it a try. Alright, here you go, Wampa. It's your time. Don't get stunned by Zeb. That's the key, buddy. No getting stunned. Overconfidence. I have overconfidence in this Wampa. Alright, here we go. Stagger's already in. Armor shreds. There's a Wamp for you. Alright. We're only at 6 damage over times. We need that to be like 27. Oof. Finish him off. Get him out of here. Then we're going to try to target Chopper next. Ye old the Chopero. Probably should get Zeb out of here next. I mean, as a character, I want Zeb gone next, but I need Chopper's passive gone because Chopper's passive is just going to provide way too much regeneration for these guys. Alright, Zeb. Your time has come. Ooh, Sabine. Sorry about your luck. Got a Wampa claw to the head there, buddy. Alright. Good. Good job, Wampa. 68 banner Wampa. Getting through the front for cheap. Get to see his ships now. We get to go in this back wall and play around here. Alright. Get the Empire out. We've got this guy, this guy, this guy, this girl, and TIE fighter pilot. I'm not even going to check speeds. Vader's going to be faster than everybody. I just have confidence in Vader. I have confidence. Here we go. Let's go. We can't do the Force Crush first, so we'll do that. We'll do this to get rid of all of the Foresights so that Mara Jade can do her thing. We will tickle everybody here real quick. And this might kill Qui-Gon. It does not. Alright. Let's give it over to Mara Jade. She can do her thing. Ooh! Ow! Unexpected. Unexpected. That Ayla Secura just kind of came over and whacked me. Alright. Big counterattack with a stun. Big setbacks. Looks like it's not too big of a setback, though. Hey, we got Merciless Massacre up again. Let's kill everything. Hey, guess what, guys? Those Foresights don't do you no good when you're stunned. Alright, let's get the Stagger on here. Take away her turn meter. Just kill her. Yeah, good job, Vader. If that hadn't got the kill, it probably would have been pretty bad for me. Take her out of stun. She gets a stun back. Alright, let's just re-stun Windu. We don't have any health steal here, though, so Mara Jade's just going to cost us a couple banners. 61. Ooh, 61. Lost 4 banners somewhere. Alright. Now it's down to whether or not we've got what it takes to kill this Grievous team. So the question is, Nihilus lead or Traya lead? I think Traya lead. It has to be Traya lead, right? Trail lead, and we've just got to try to survive. We got to try to keep Nihilus alive, so I think I'm going to put the... What am I going to put on Nihilus? I'll try to put the weapon tech on Nihilus, but I don't think it's going to work. If Nihilus can kill Droidica, we got real chances here. Trail lead seems like the best bet. All right. I think the tank tech has to go here, right? Though, I mean, we just got to try to... Savage will be tanking. He can tank a lot, right? We don't mind Savage. We'll give crew a little more chance to survive. Let's... Oddly enough, I want Nihilus to go first. Alright, well, Watt doesn't get any additional anything. I wanted Nihilus to go first before I isolated because I thought that, you know, the reset or the forgiveness on his cooldowns would be pretty cool. Alright. B1's doing a pretty good job of killing himself. Under the trail lead, every time he assists, he's taking damage, so that's going well for us. Okay, come on now. Crew needs to take a turn, cleanse off some of this stuff, stun up the Droidica. I think we got to kill this B2. And B2 out. Ooh, we barely lived through that. We're going to hit for lifesteal. Traya needs to isolate over there. All right. Traya, isolate. Give him cooldowns. Stun the Droidica again. Oh, this is going well. This is going well, guys. I just put it on auto now. I mean, there's not much Grievous can do here. It's just a matter of whether or not we have enough damage to kill Grievous, right? The Grievous, I don't think, can kill us, but I'm not entirely sure if we can kill Grievous. That's the thing. He's got a ton of lifesteal. Can't stick the stun on him. So we've got 2 minutes and 15 seconds to try to whittle him down. That was a good hit. He's nice and slow. He's not getting a lot of turns in. Oh, we got it. A little bit of imagination and perseverance and not never say die. 3 shots on that Sith Eternal, got him down, worked our way through all that stuff. Feeling pretty good. Malevolence with First Order and Endurance with Rebel Fleet. What is going on here? What is going on? My opponent puts First Order with the Malevolence. I mean, if you have Geos and you're taking like home 1 Geos on offense, you should have Geos with Malevolence, have home 1 here, and you can do, you know, throwaway fleet under Endurance. I don't understand this. I'm just looking at it, trying to figure out if there's something that I'm missing. Because we can negotiator this fleet is easily negotiatorable. And this fleet should be easily malevolenceable. I don't know, guys. Don't know what my opponent's thinking here with these ships. I always give them the credit of thinking they know something I don't. Like somehow this is going to be super good and I just don't know it. Tyler Holt says, wow, big punch up there. Nice one. Yeah, we're getting there. I can't believe that team worked against Grievous. It would not have worked if we hadn't have picked Trey lead. I'm pretty sure it would not have worked under Nihilus. Because that B1 killed themselves under the auspices of the... Oh, come on. Thrust reversal. Wait. That's... Oh my god, that's Ray. That's not even a real Millennium Falcon. Yeah, so getting the B1 to kill themselves under Trey lead was important. That I think was the key to winning that battle. Don't think it would have worked otherwise. All right, Biggs. See you later, buddy. Bye-bye. Wedge. Go follow Biggs. 68 banners. Later. Savage can solo GG teams. A Gear 12 Savage, though. That's the only thing. I mean, yeah, you're telling me Savage can solo. I'll buy it. I'll believe it. But at Gear 12, against a decently relict team, seemed like a bit of a stretch to me. But if it didn't to you guys, then, well, you know what? That win just wasn't as impressive for you as it was for me. But I'm pretty satisfied. All right, let's negotiate a win here. You should do weapon tech on Nihilus, isolate Magma, and annihilate GG. My Nihilus never got a turn, though. Zero effective turns for him. Alright, let's do just area effect damage here. Get the buff immunity onto the shuttle. Come over here, take that lightning bolt off. I just want the shuttle out of here. Not interested in the shuttle. Let's target here. Try to kill 2 for 1. That should be it. 68 banners. GAC done. Full clear. And my opponent has to kill this profundity dough. That should be the showstopper. That should prevent him from getting a full clear. I hope. 1307 banners. I've had better. Oh, yeah, right, because I had to kill. I had to take 3 shots at. I was thinking like 13, 1310 or something like that. We had to do 3 shots, so we lost like 20 banners or more on this team here. So that would have put us at about 327. That would have been good. 315 be a good score. But yeah, I don't see him with his fleets beating my Profundity. All right. Weapon tech gives bonus turn meter from every enemy move. I guess if I'd have done weapon tech on Nihilus right at the very start, then he would have got a turn. Or maybe more, because he would have been able to do the cooldowns, and then maybe he would have lived through a couple of those area effect things. I don't know. I'm satisfied with the way it worked out anyway. It was fine. I got the tank tech onto crew, kept him alive. Savage kept himself alive. And they had enough damage to finish it off. We'll get that Savage relic. He's our next relic target. I don't know if I'll get him this week, though. I felt like I was in good shape to get him done this week, but I'm still pretty far off. Halfway there. I only need a couple of... I need 17 med packs still. That part's done. And then this is almost done. 49. And I'll get these. That's not a problem. It'll be close. It'll be close. It all depends on whether or not I can scoop up those med packs. If I can get the med packs, we'll be in good shape. Getting another relic in the account. I don't know what I'm going to do, though. I may leave Savage at relic 0. If anybody who watches my channel remembers, I was talking about splitting Cantina between character farms and all that stuff. So if you look at the amount of signal data that I have right now, I'm low on signal data. If I built another character right now, I wouldn't be able to take him to relic 5. So what I might do with Savage is just like park him at relic 2 or 3, just leave him there, and come back later if I need to. See what I can get done with like a relic 3 Savage. We'll relic Wampa next. Get him going. Wampa's ready to go, ready to get started. So we'll get him going. Got some relic materials built up in the background. 29 Zimbital cards, 21 impulse detectors. We're not doing too bad. Make that 23 impulse detectors right now. As long as we got 30 of those to make one, we're good. I'm happy, satisfied. Alrighty, guys. R1 doesn't need signal data. It needs carbonite circuit boards. So, yeah, I think I could probably take Wampa to relic 2 or 3 without using too much signal data. But I might not, because normally I would just take him to 5 or maybe even to 7 so that he can solo Sith Eternals. But I think I'll leave him at low relics. Leave Savage at low relics. Leave Wampa at lower relics. What does Wampa need to be for the journey? He only needs to be relic 3, right? Oops. Wrong journey. Need to be on the right journey here. We begin. Okay. Relic level 3 Wampa. Yeah, I might leave a couple of these guys at their minimum relic level at least for a little while. Allow me to farm some characters, because remember, we still have to farm out. We've got Captain Han Solo we still have to build, and we want to build Sanastaros kind of around the same time. So we need her to make a lot of these characters that we're building otherwise effective. So I have to finish out this journey, but I also have, Captain Han Solo to finish and Sanastaros to finish out of the Cantina, or with Cantina currency for the or Cantina energy, not currency. So that's going to be a lot of Cantina energy that I need to do what I want to do. So we'll just leave these guys at their minimum relic levels for the starters. Do some relic 3s and such for a while. Heretic says, doing 3 Cantina refreshes daily and signal data is still crushing me. It's not enough, right? With the speed up on the rest of the gear, getting stuff to gear 12 goes faster, which means you're never waiting on a character to gear as a target for gear 13, and you just need constant signal data now. It's become, or at least I think, it's made it harder to farm your Cantina characters because the rest of your account's building up faster. Man, if they came in and they said, we're going to put Cantina on normal refresh costs, where the first 3 would cost 50 and the second 3 would cost 100, I would be doing 6 Cantina refreshes a day every day. No questions asked. How about you guys? If they change that to normal, I assume everybody would do 6 refreshes on Cantina to get caught up on all that stuff. That would be good. It would devalue the signal data. They might have to change the costs in some of the shops and whatnot, but I would like it. This could be interesting. I like this. And I've got 13 million in the bank, so we're going to go ahead and buy that mod. Guild events. Nothing here. Nothing there. We basically just want to buy everything out of this store all the time. I love this store. Source sub keypads. 180 of those is not many. We get these out of the events over here, the challenges, right? We'll leave those alone. We won't buy them. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me for today. I'm going to hang it up there. Did some grand arenas. Did better than I thought on that Obtesio account. Kind of challenged myself to work through those 2 back zones and got it done, and still managed to get through the front zones with some other clever stuff. So feeling pretty good about these GACs. I feel like I got a chance to potentially win both of them depending on how my opponent plays, or if. So, alrighty, guys, let's call it there. All right. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please remember to hit that like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. It helps me, it helps the channel. I sure would appreciate it if you do that. Join us over on Discord. The link is in the description down below. And only for the real fans who stayed here all the way to the end, I'm going to let you all in on a little secret. In the background, I've got a Dungeons & Dragons game that I play once a week, and I've been working with the GM for the D&D game, and we are probably going to start, we're already working on a stream for Monday nights. So the reason I've been bailing early on the Obtesio project is because I've been trying to participate in a Dungeons & Dragons stream with my Dungeon Master, and we're getting to the point where that's going to start taking off. We're going to start a campaign in earnest at level 0, probably within the next few weeks. So whenever that happens, I'll invite you guys all over to join the stream. So if anybody likes Dungeons & Dragons, you can watch me try to play Dungeons & Dragons. And tell me, if anybody watches this far and cares about it, let me know in the comments below what kind of character you would want to see me play. Because I could either play a character with a crazy voice and role play the heck out of something, or I could, play a min-maxed character that's built for, effective role-playing in combat and out of combat. I can do a lot of different things with a D&D character, but tell me what you guys would want to see. I'd be interested in knowing. Been watching the Geeks and Gamers tabletop channel lately. Heretic says. Nice. All right. Well, like I said, guys, if you got a certain thing that you would want to see me play or in D&D, let me know and I'll take it into consideration. Of course, it depends on the rest of the table and what the rest of the folks want to play and what they're interested in doing. And I'm willing to do anything. So if we need a cleric or a rogue or whatever, I'll just play whatever is left over. But yeah, we'll get that set up, and I'll invite you guys to come blow up the channel one night and see if we can get some viewers over there. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you in the next Holocron.